What's up, Vetters? Patrick here with Vetted. I am back from the desert. I've always wanted to just say that phrase in particular. But yes, I am back from Contact in the Desert, the world's largest UFO conference / festival. And I've got quite the video for you today. In fact, sort of an exclusive of sorts. During the conference, which I'll be uploading stuff about that over the next week, videos that I shot. But today's video is about something that happened there that I didn't have video footage of. It was a live demonstration of Dr. Diane Hennessy Powell from the telepathy tapes there at Contact in the Desert. And there's some video footage so you can see exactly what happened. Now, if you're not familiar with the telepathy tapes, it was this, huge movement that happened over December, November 2024 into early 2025. This huge, just took over, right? The telepathy tapes. And I've got a trailer to show you to familiarize yourself in case you're not familiar with the telepathy tapes. But a doctor in that particular project was at Contact in the Desert and performed a live telepathy demonstration. And the results are bonkers. So look, let's dive into this. All right. So first, please, Vetters, hit that like button. That really helps out the videos. And of course, if you're not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. I put out new videos every week about the UFO phenomena, and I'm trying to get to 100,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And we are bouncing, y'all. We are doing so good. So thank y'all so much for the support. I mean that immensely. I'm eternally grateful. First, we're going to start with this trailer from the telepathy tapes just to familiarize yourself with it. But stick with me because I'm about to show you exclusive footage from the Contact in the Desert festival of a live demonstration of telepathy from Dr. Diane Hennessy Powell.
My son said to me, "I can hear thoughts." And I said, "Impossible." And he said to me, "You don't get the kind of gifts that I have if you lie."
Let's please multiply two numbers and see if he gets it.
Okay, what is it?
9 0 0.
Unbelievable.
1.
Maybe shuffle again, Dr. Powell. Oh.
Plus 2.
So he got the plus, too.
I was wondering, because I was looking at the 2 the whole time, and I saw his hand going somewhere else.
What is this phenomena happening? Why are his mind and my mind completely connected?
I knew that a lot of people would think, boy, Diane's gone off the deep end. But
That's the risk any scientist takes when they challenge the current paradigm.
Joining us today to shed some light, Dr. Diane Powell.
I'm working with children who have been reported by a parent to be able to read their mind.
The data was so compelling and accurate that I had to follow it, even though I knew I was risking my scientific reputation.
I started testing them, and I found that they were exceedingly accurate.
What is the next number?
3.
After the medical board took my license away, I had to prove my sanity. And once I did, I said, I'm going to prove that ESP is real.
Dr. Tarrant, he's done these QEEG scans to see what's going on.
The biggest overall finding is really this increase of activation across all the brain waves. If there was no change, I would definitely be skeptical.
If you can show a consistent pattern, particularly from kid to kid, that's how science changes. You cannot fake this.
We want answers like, where does it come from? I want to know how and what am I supposed to do?
We can't all be crazy. We are far more powerful than we can imagine, and the implications are huge for humanity and the planet.
So look, I'll put a link to the description of that trailer. And of course, go check out the full podcast if you haven't listened to the whole thing. And again, if you notice at the very end, there was a QR code for a documentary that they're going to be doing coming out. Yeah, I don't know when, but if you want to help support that, use that QR code and go check it out, and you can help the telepathy tapes along. So there you go. Now you're familiar with it in case you didn't know. And if that piqued your interest, if you're not familiar with it, wait till you see what I'm going to show you. Now, I'll have more to say about this live demonstration of the telepathy tapes at Contact in the Desert after the video, because I have more information after talking to people after it happened. You know, they were at the conference. So let's watch the video, and then we'll get into kind of, you know, more details about it. Now, real quick, as a caveat, I guess I should say, to set up the video, there's way more to this clearly than what I'm going to show you, right? And so the idea is that they brought a parent and a child, and Dr. Diane Hennessy Powell used them to demonstrate to the audience telepathy right there, right? So without further ado, let's take a look at this clip from that demonstration that otherwise you're not going to get to see. They may release the full video at some point. I don't know. But regardless, this is why you go to these festivals, to see things like this. So if you ever thought about going to Contact in the Desert, this may help change your mind to start going. All right, roll the video.
So there's a lot of math here because we've got a random image and a random color. Now I'm going to hold this up to the crowd, and then I'm going to hold it up to the stage. So this is the image that she selected. This color, so.
Are you ready, sweetie? You ready? So you just hold the color up. Can you spell the color? Hopefully you guys can see. Please spell the color that you just held up. Okay. Normally I tickle her, but she knows her demonstration. I can't touch her, so that's okay. Let's see. First one is B, L, U, E. So she got the color. So now hold the shape up, sweetie. Can you tell me what shape it was? C, I, R, C, L, E.
Leader. Fabulous.
All right, so there you go. What do you think? Now, look, that doesn't show everything clearly, and it's kind of far away, but, you know, people were saying it was bonkers there at the conference, right? That basically, if you saw the telepathy tapes or listened to it, all the different experiments that they did in the telepathy tapes, they basically did them all right there with, you know, this mom and child group, right? Just did them all back to back, boom, boom, boom. I mean, they were pointing out colors and names and this and that from across the room. You know, just the people I talked to who were involved with it said they just didn't see any way that there could be any play here, right? They were checking them for earplug, like they were checking everything, double checking the eyes, making sure they were close. There's no reflection, this, that, the other, all kinds of things to sort of help verify that what was happening was actually happening. Now, of course, it's not a controlled experiment. It's not a lab, right? It's not, you know, scientific, but it's at least very compelling, to say the least. I would say the majority of people that I spoke to were honestly blown away by it. If I can be honest, like blown away. Probably the thing most people talked about at the conference was this, especially after it happened. Now, Patrick, why weren't you there? I know. Why wasn't I there? Well, I had my own stuff to do. I was recording interviews. Like, you just couldn't make everything at the conference. You know, you had to sacrifice, and there was just no way. I had stuff scheduled that was I couldn't miss it, right, to go to this, and I did want to go to this and see it. So I do believe a full video is coming out at some point, so people will be able to see that. When, where, I don't know. I think on the Contact in the Desert website, there will be replays, which you'll be able to go see. So I'm going to put a link in the description so you can go to that, where you can replay the videos of all the panels and everything that was there. So you should be able to see the full video that way. Now, I will say there were a few people who thought there were a few things off in particular, right? about it. So, you know, let's put like 90% of people were like over the moon about it. But there was like 10% of people who I spoke with that were just like, I mean, it was cool, but, you know, X, Y, Z. They didn't do this, they didn't do that, you know. This was a little off. I don't know, you know. So, I don't know. That's 90-10 is pretty good, right? I really wish I could have seen it. The people that I respect their opinion a lot about it were blown away by it. That is true. So, you know, who knows? Did they prove telepathy at the contact in the desert? Some people would say yes. So, look, I'll put links in the description to everything so you can go check it out for yourself. Again, they will have a full replay of that, hopefully on the Contact in the Desert website, so you should be able to see the whole thing. But this is kind of the reasons you go to these festivals and conferences, right? Is networking and seeing things like this, live demonstrations that you're just not going to see anywhere else, right? Again, I've got so much content, y'all, that I'll be putting out over the next week from my time there. A lot of interviews that I did, and very excited to share it all. So I'm not going to get into that in this video, but just so you're aware. But anyway, all right, links in the description, y'all. Go check it out. Let me know what you think of this demonstration of the telepathy tapes and just what you think of the telepathy tapes in general. All right, we'll see you in the next one, Vetters. Remember, every day's a gift, y'all. Peace.